Hello everyone, this is Migo Hunter, and today, yes, finally, we have some Exceed content. Thanks to, so Bix has approached me saying that he wants to do a 12v12 Conquest, kind of mode with Yans just for fun. Yans, whatever you want to call them. I'll say Yans. Um, so it's a Conquest mode where Yans will be playing all of Season 4, and Mix will be playing all of Season 3. Double blind pick. Whoever character wins one game, their set aside cannot be picked again. You have to win with every character, and the first to win with all 12 characters wins. So, so let's get started. It looks like Mix picked Ken for his first game, which makes sense. Ken's his best character for Season 3. And Yance is picking Plague Knights. I don't think I've seen Yance play Plague Knight, to be honest. Oh, sorry, no stream link, just recording. So yeah, it'll be fun. There's not been any major Exceed tournaments or anything as far as I know. Um, those Exceed tournaments there's probably like some fun Exceed, some like gimmicky fun formats happening in the other server, but as far as I know, no big tournaments. So therefore, yeah, there's been kind of an Exceed drought as of late. But hey, now got some juicy content. It should be fun. I like casting games. I like watching games. I like talking about Exceed. So yeah. Right, Yan's player one won the coin flip. See how he likes to start out. Classic Plague Knight openings include just striking a long pitch. Uh, a long pitch turn one is pretty standard. It looks like Yans opts to prep. Makes boost Burning Passion. Interesting. Long pitch will still win, but however, Yans has Jazz Hands or EX Fireball. Ah, nice. Nicely done. Yans does not. Looks like Ken did not have Jazz Hands, but just ducks underneath the long pitch with a Speed 6 Assault. So now Plague Knight's forced to is whiffs and forced to spend a force. So a decent start, and Ken's already at his fair range of range 2. Range 2 Ken loves because, well, he doesn't have Axe Kick online yet, but Axe Kick at speed 6 is on curve. Tatsu is the mix-up option. Um, Shoryuken works as well if he crits. Yeah, range 2 is good for him. I didn't see what card Yans tossed away his force. I think he tossed away both long pitches. That'll be funny. Oh well, Mix decides to use the Ken action to go to range 1. Discards the Tatsu. I think it makes sense going to range 1 because Ken does not have gauge yet. Um, he turns off perfect pitch. Only has to worry about the only range 1 option that's like scary, kind of, for Plague Knight is Staff on Surging, but that can be played around just by with a simple focus. Only 2 power. Giant Bomb is a sweep like, but well, is it a side grade sweep? Maybe. I would say yes. After Advisory 1 can be quite useful. Alright, Ken just boosting Fierce. Okay, if you hear any sounds in the background, it's a movie going on. Don't worry about that. Okay, Plague Knight boosting unexpected results now. Advanced Retreat 2 has a funny effect, I think. Hit effects. Yeah, hit effects is like a random card from top of deck. If it's a normal, add to gauge. Otherwise, he gets fierce, +2 power. Yeah, so funny little boost here. I think obviously the big thing he's threatening is perfect pitch at range 2. Will guarantee the hit. That's the obvious thing, the obvious threat. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Yan's pilots Plague Knight, just because I've never seen his Plague Knight. Plague Knight is a character that requires some hand manipulation to try and, well, some luck required if you have a big hand. But what he does basically is on front side, when he sets a card for a strike, whether on offense or defense, he can discard a card at random from his hand to get before hit and after triggers. Um, and when he exceeds, he can discard 2 cards from hand and get ulted before hit after triggers. So basically, Plague Knight can guarantee this kind of this effect if he trims his hand with something like Serum Supernus. There we go. All right, he's doing a Serum Supernus. Oh my God, he has 2 perfect pitches. Spends 4 fours, strikes, and then gets after draw 4. Yep, so this is the standard setup. Just gets the reload, a free reload, gets all the stats in the world. Oh, can force the wild swing here. That's not good. Hey, it's not too bad. He gets to hit. Yeah, at least he gets to hit him. It's not too bad. Loses Gurren, but you know what? MiX will take it. Um, all right, and it's a normal, so he gets it to gauge from this hit effect. And yeah, actually not a bad trade at all things considered. He will lose to Gurren, well, which is what, Gurren is a decent ultra, but True Master is where it's at for the most part. Um, yeah, not a bad wall swing at all. Ken actually got value out of the Fierce. All right, and all right, Plague is up 4 life, but Ken got a gauge. Just boosts Fierce again. Okay. Plus a speed out strike. Probably something he doesn't want to worry about Staff of Surging, most likely. Actually, is this set up for speed 7 cross? Survey says yes. Pretty telegraphed there. Gans just blocks it. Should spend a force, yeah, just to take 1. Okay, so kind of a wasted Fierce there from Yans. But not a big deal. Okay, so Plague Knight flips. Now he can discard 2 cards when setting a strike. We'll get older before hit afters. Pretty good. Yep, this Hadoken is very free because Yans is down both his fast fireballs. We'll just deal 4 damage and loop it if he stays there. And now Yans is down both blocks. That's not good. Because if he's down both blocks, that means in the future Ken will just walk up and Shinryuken, and there's nothing Plague Knight can do except die. So yeah, don't be fooled. I think even though Plague Knight is ahead on life and exceeded, I think Ken is winning. Interesting. He does a frantic research here. Okay, does do a knee bash. He crits it, interestingly enough. I guess just wanted to make sure that hmm, I guess he just wanted to make sure in case he's not dive. That's why he crit it. That's fair. I think Plague Knight was down both long pitches, so therefore if he wanted to actually hit Ken there, he just had to dive in. He's got no choice. But then again, Frantic Research does get cards on an After Effects, so basically Jans didn't have to hit Mix, he just had to not get stunned and be faster, and he would still get the draw two cards. So the crit makes sense on Mix's part, just to confirm the hit on Bash if he stayed. Okay, prep. Um, Tatsu, I think one Tatsu was dropped. Wait, okay, both Tatsus are dropped, yeah. So if Ken wants to strike with Shinryuken on curve, it has to be in EX. Or of course he could just boost to set it up and then strike later. But yeah, usually quick attack is the card that Ken likes to pair with this Ultra. It's like they're made for each other. Cinematic camera angles. Okay, now what will Jans do here? He's down a decent amount of stuff, from what I've seen. Down both perfect pictures, down the staff of surging, down both giant bombs too, maybe? Or just one. Okay, spends. Oh, I see. Berserker's Brew spends on 3/4 the strike plus a power before spend this way. So just strikes with +2 power. I don't. It looks like he's not gonna do the Plague Knight hit effect. So Yan's looking to try and stun Ken here. I think if Ken has a block, he could just block it out. Um, there we go. Yep, just block it. It's kind of painful though. 8 damage. Can sweep a card. Loses a Hadoken at range 1, so he doesn't care about that. And now has to spend for force here. Taking 6 right now. Taking 4. Taking 2. Taking nothing. Okay. Interesting. Ken spends a gauge there. Probably just make it up for it later. Okay, so Plague Knight here can strike and guarantee two before hit after effects if he wants to, because he got 2 cards in hand. Oh no, he just reps. Okay. Plague Knight's almost true his deck. I'm suspecting. I'm pretty sure he's down. Plague Knight's down like both his ultras too. All right. Oh, it does a reading. Makes sense to do a reading here. Breathe sweep. So this signifies either cross or dive. EX sweep. Oh, okay. Well, or I forgot stab surgery was the thing. Uh, I guess mix EX just for the armor, but I don't know if he needed to do that. I don't know if, another reading. Okay. Burning all of Ken's slows. All right. I guess EX sweep is fine if he wants to, if you're planning to reshuffle soon. Looks like Ken and Plague are both going to reshuffle very soon. Funny enough, I think a Castle Crasher is online. Is it? I got to remember. I feel like I saw both triple doses dropped and one Castle Crasher. Hmm. Okay, I think. Hmm. Oh, they're both looking at this card. I want to look at this card too. What the hell? Now I want to look too. Okay, all his ultras are down. There we go. That answers that question. So probably yeah, should reshuffle very soon. Find a, reshuffling. The reshuffle action is a very slow tempo action. You only draw one card, but it refreshes all your deck's options back. So Yanc's all his ultras and both readings are down. So good time as any to reshuffle, I think. I'm glad Yance is abusing the fact that Mix is just sitting there prepping and just reading all his obvious normals that he's likely to have. Now Mix finds himself at range 4. I think both Hadokens down. The Gurin's up. You can let a Gurin rip here, maybe. I think Plague Knight probably has a cross somewhere. Gurin's 8 damage, it's not bad. Ah, okay, just goes to range 1. Okay. Yep, Yan's expressing his intention to reshuffle. And that I agree with that. Ken, get your stuff back. Ken does not have 4 Geisha Shinryuken you yet. So yes, this is a good reshuffle time. Ken should be trying to build that 4th gauge though, as soon as possible. Playing that is down 1 block, which is not good. So Jans will have to quickly draw a second by the time Shinryuken becomes online. Okay, boost is True Master. Makes sense. Attack is down as well for Plague Knight. That's not good. So it's gonna be tough to contest this boost. All right, just boost is simple: +1 armor, +3 guard, defend. Okay, looking to try and counter hit. Ken has ignore armor, but he does not have ignore guard because both of his tattoos are down. That's why. So I agree with this defend boost. It's the best way to counteract. Um, Counteract True Master. The +1 armor is probably not going to matter against the Axe Kick, but the +3 guard will matter. Slip inside in the eye of your mind. Mm, mm, mm. Hmm. Oh, I guess the best way. Does Ken have an assault? Now I want to check Ken's discard. He does have an assault somewhere. Okay. Um. So a good sequence of play here for Ken would just to be range 1 assault into range 1 Shinryuken. I hope he dies. Well, not die, but it'll do a lot of damage and hope he doesn't get a second block. No, just key charges. Okay, makes sense. Um, However, if he had assault, maybe he should have just done it. Hmm, why do you need assault there? Well, I guess he tried Shinryuken now, but um, wait, is Plague just initiating with no UA? Oh, I guess crit. Oh, axe kick. Okay, we'll do 6 damage. Plague will eat 7. Gets rid of a Shinryuken. That's a good pull. Actually, I kind of like initiating there as well. Shinryuken will lose the bonus power on defense, so therefore, yeah, that's actually a smart move there. However, Ken is just playing his second Shinryuken. Get owned. uh, oh, you love to see it. Beautiful wall swings. We'll spend a 4 force, which he definitely has. Good old Exceed. Oh, he's pissed that he got Serum Supernus. Okay, I feel the mix assault coming on. He just blocks. Okay, what's going on? Why did he toss? What the hell? Yeah, yeah, I mean, makes sense. We'll draw 5. Yep, draw 5, does 6 damage. Mix probably blocks all of it. Yeah, he does. Alright, and get Plague Knight is now on a very good position to just win the game. Should be a comfortable win. Only 6 HP, Ken has no resources. One Shuriken got dunked. by a sweep, and the second Shinryuken got sent to the abyss by a grasp. So, that succeeds sometimes. That succeed. Okay, just does a. Oh, okay. Well, that explains why he didn't assault. I was wondering, like assault into Shinryuken, range one assault into Shinryuken seems so free, but when assault's the very bottom card of your deck, suddenly it makes sense. All right, just change cards 3 to draw 4. Sure. Okay, so I guess unlucky for MiX there. Unlucky for MiX. But hey, I mean, Ken's game plan of Shinryuken is a pretty good one, but it's probably one of the most telegraphed things in the world. Okay, just retreats to range 7 to try and buy more time. Um, Playing Knight probably should spend some force to move in. It's a lot of resources. Yep. Okay, gets across. Has a cross. Just goes to range 4. Can play dive, can play second long pitch. Okay, you play Castle Crasher if he's feeling frisky. Ken is kind of screwed. Can initiate some good strikes, but on defense he is pretty rubbish. The best thing he has in defense is crit axe kick on curve or Tatsu to crush slows. I mean he has a kind of like a weird long range sweep like, but it's not too good. Oh my god. He got a Sacrum Serum Supernus. My god. Well, Plague Knight is almost run out of cards, so he should try and kill him. Okay, cast the 4 force. Striking, and then discarding 2 will get hit gain advantage before close 2, and after draw 4. Nice, very good effects. Rip. And that's a wrap. Good game. Jans takes first blood in this Conquest match. Plague Knight retires, and we will see. Well, I guess MiX can play Ken again if he wants. It's pretty lucky, pretty fortunate. But hey, I mean, made good use of uh, Plague's backside. And yeah, very, very good Plague win. Can MiX, I think MiX does have the option to pick Ken again. Um, yeah. And Jans will pick among his remaining 11 Season 4 characters. No, just no Plague. We'll see if MiX sticks with Ken or feels like something different, because that Ken game, it was going well, and then it did not go well at all. Maybe he's looking to opt for a different kind of game plan here, different kind of, you know, Ken is walk forward, act fiction Ryuken bot. It's not too much else to him. Play Hadokens. I think Yans might play Polar next, maybe, if I were to guess. I think Yans is having trouble pulling out his bag because of lag. His hand looks like he's stuck. Ah, and Bison. Okay. That took a while. All right, he got the cards out of his hand successfully. Plays King Knights. Nice. King Knight's a pretty decent character. All right, it will be I'm and Bison versus King Knight. I have no idea how this goes. I would assume that Bison has some stuff to fight against King Knight, and Bison's got Bison teleport to just get out King Knight's effective ranges. He's got, I think, stun immunity, straight up stun immunity, and critical as well. Stun immunity good against King Knight. Um, yeah, he's got some stuff. Just has to try and go to range tree. The King Knight does have a decent amount of closing stuff. Captive Slam, Kingly Strut, close 1 or 2. Cape, close up to 3. 2 minions. Unsteady ground pushes and pulls as well. Yeah, so King Knight can basically kind of force the fight to like melee if he wants. Doesn't have to. Bison's gonna have to work to establish range 3 probably. Worst comes to worst, he can just quick backdash. I'm pretty sure he did. Turn 1 Bison action. Makes sense to me. Drops a grasp, draws 2. To me, minions. Alright. It's basically kind of an expensive tactical. Cost 1 force, supposed to speed, but he can move 1 or 2 instead of just 1. Tactical is a boost on season 6, which just gives +1 speed. Now advance or retreat 1. Or close retreat 1 rather. Or Bison gets 2 gauge immediately. Tossing away Psycho Crusher makes sense. Mm, King Knights probably should strike a boost here. E1 seems okay. If Bison does do Bison action again, he'll be forced to overdraw and discard down. Actually, yeah. Actually, now I think about it. I guess I like King Knight. King Knight could boost here. No. Then again, giving Bison more time. This doesn't sound that great either. King Knight should probably try and stun him here. Maybe there's like a little mix-up going on between Assault and Spike. Ah, plays neater. Plays this sweep. Gets rid of a cross, I guess, which is good. But now Bison has 3 gauge. Even life totals. Bison has 4 gauge. Now he can play. Both of his ultras are fully operational. If you don't know Bison's ultras, even though they read 3 gauge, they're technically 4 gauge ultras because they're both really good when you crit them. Interesting. King Knight striking here again. Is it on curve or is it a mix-up option? Again, we have to answer, we have to ask ourselves this question. You would think it's probably not going to be a spike because if he had spike, he would have done it. EX head stomp, pretty good. Just the push or pull. Yeah, that's EX head stomp is a thing. It's 2377. That's kind of OP. Not much you could do about that. And now Bison can basically toss King Knight at what range he wants. Probably two or three seems about right. Okay. Two pulls him the corner, strikes immediately. Wait, no crit? No crit? Okay, makes sense. Plays double reverse, which is just just like below curve cross. Does quite a bit more damage though. Not a bad card. All right, things quickly became bad for King Knight. Um, very bad. Bison just he charged a bunch and then destroyed him with an EX head stomp. Dems the brakes. And the worst part is Bison still has a ton of resources. Okay, King Knight CC's 2 to draw 3 because he didn't take the boost action. Can't throw a Psycho Punisher here, but it does lose to... Okay, never mind. I was about to say it does lose to a few things, but if you boost defend, it no longer loses to those few things. It kind of just wins. So yes, telegraphing the crit Psycho Punisher very soon. And what can King Knight do about it? Just block? The answer is just block. Yeah, that's King Knight's only answer. Or, actually, yeah, that seems fine as well. Norley Mites, +1 power, +2 speed. Give yourself some more stats. +1 power. Is it enough to break through 1 armor 7 guard? I don't think so. Even a spin jump can do like 7 damage. It's not enough. Maybe Bison can just strike here. I mean, the problem is +2 speed does turn on dive. Um, so maybe King Knight just dives to not get destroyed. That's also not a bad plan at all. You could treat this as like an expensive light with added benefit of +1 power. Okay, looks like M. Bison's committing to Psycho Punisher or maybe a Skull Diver, something of that nature. Yance can dive and maybe make him waste 3 gauge. That'd be a good way to turn things around. And no, maybe he doesn't have to dive. Well, instead, deal not enough damage to stun it. Can play a boost and sustain it. Charge up, spends a force, draw one. Okay, so the spin jump will do yeah 6 damage, and King Knight will take 9. Ouch, and then we'll get advantage. King Knight gets the sustains +2 power +2 guard, but it is dire straits for him. Okay, boost even more armor guard. So now +2 power and effectively like 6 defenses. Will pretty much make anything work. Okay, boost +2 speed on top of that as well. Clearly, um, he still wants more. King Knight, well, he does have the gauge for it, but he's also out of Victory Trumpets. Victory Trumpets is a good way to sustain a bunch of boosts, so therefore all these boosts will be wasted after. All these boosts will be gone rather after this the next strike. Like yeah, sure, King Knight's boosting a bunch, but like, what's he gonna do? Like after the strike's over, what's his plan after that? Bison just sitting there key charging. He's gonna kill you after the strike is over, probably. No, just bash block, and then okay, that's like a bajillion damage. Well, it's only 8 damage spin jump. Will sustain fierce, but like, yeah, why even boost light in the first place? I guess it's just You already got so much armor guard. Oh, okay, boost light. Interesting. Text it. Okay, Kingly Strut. Goes to range 1, makes sense. Don't want to be giving Bison range 3 with that much gauge, especially. Wow, Bison still key charging. Still wants more. Okay, blocks again. All right. This is a 8 power assault. Okay. Toss away 2 of his gauge that he doesn't really need. Kino will get advantage. Maybe you can try King of Cards him. It's a decent comeback mechanic. I mean, decent comeback ultra. But really doesn't have much resources left. King Knight, 6 cards left. Only he's done 10 damage because both of his stuff ran to blocks. It do be like that. As King Knight, you don't want to run your stuff into blocks. Especially if you boost a bunch and then you just run to a block. Alright, King Knight just boosts charge up, plus your power, plus your guard. MiX still just waiting, taking a sweet time, finding the perfect opportunity to deal 5 damage and finish him off. We'll see when he decides to, though. We will see. This playstyle is very mixed. All right, he's gonna probably eat a reading here. Looks like he just drew a spike from the top one he just prepped. Takes 7. Okay, that's a good start to the potential comeback. Hmm. All right, Mix. Looking through Yan's discard pretty thoroughly, just to Mix likes to guarantee his outs, guarantee his payoffs. So if he can, he's probably deciding whether's the time to just Psycho Punisher him. And if King Knight has no outs, then you just let it rip. Seems like he's gonna let it rip here. Oh, or Skull Diver. Yeah, I think Skull Diver just wins also. Oh, he does have the cross. Cross is the answer to Skull Diver. Skull Diver is Skull Diver is very safe, yes. Now I'm curious actually. Okay, looks like he did not. Yeah, so then the very last exchange there, um, Jans could have, if he called out the Skull Diver, he could have crossed out, dealt 3 damage, caused Bison to whiff, and then basically bring the game ever closer to a potential comeback, but failed to call that mix-up out. Like Mix said, yes, both are very safe, but one of them kills you. But I mean, what was I about to say? Skull Diver is very safe, but causing it to miss and Bison to just burn a crit is pretty good still. And plus would have yeah, kind of had to if he also crossed out, also block would still be online, and that helps a lot. Okay, so Bison and Plague Knight are both victorious. We will see what they pick next. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, let's see. The recording right now is about an hour. I think it's been about 50 minutes. There we go. I have time for like maybe one or two more. This will be a series of games, I guess, because this conquest will take a while. 12v12. We probably play over a series of weeks. And I'll be covering it because season 3, season 4 are both great seasons. Always fun to see them. And season 3, by the time season 7 comes out, will be officially out of rotation. So goodbye, season 3. Okay. Um, Yan's going to Beheaded. I think Yans does play Beheaded some. Beheaded is a very solid, very super simple character. Just builds traits. It's like a Shoto kind of character. And MiX on Dan. That's interesting. Um, so the power to battle the +1/+1s. Because when Beheaded flips, he gets +1/+1. So actually, could be a decent Dan could be a pretty good pick here against the Beheaded. Well, Yans did not like that hand. Rolls 5. All right. So Beheaded's game plan is very straightforward. Wants to flip as soon as possible to get a trait, and then keep on building traits till he has all 3. And once he has all 3 traits, his specials become very powerful. Turn 1, Beheaded just preps. Peak, good boost. Interesting. Chooses just to gauge that instead of striking with it. All right, and I like this Tornado, aka Tactical. +1 speed now, advanced trait 1. Very good decision here. Turns off Danku and gives him +1 speed. Because Danku whiffs when you advance past the opponent. So if he stayed at range 4, uh, it opens itself up to second Danku or second Godoken, which is the Dan mix-up. All right, Dan going to range 1, spends 2 force. Okay. Yan's boosting Fierce. What is he cooking? All right. And now Dan's wall swings are auto crits. +1 power, +1 speed. Okay, he is investing a lot into this strike. Bold move. Let's see if it pays off. Um, hmm. I guess it does make Dan crit while swinging here a risky proposition because if you screw up, you eat a bunch of damage. So maybe MiX doesn't want to do that. MiX preps, discarding down. Okay, discards a grasp. All right, MiX probably just mashes block here, right? Yep. This is assault. Okay. Uh, huh. Interesting. Yan's boosted 3 times and then played a 9 power grasp. Um, Beheaded loses both grasp because he boosted, played one early for Fierce, and Dan's able to get away with just blocking it and still keeps Psycho Glory alive. And Beheaded only gets 1 gauge for his troubles. Like, I don't know. That felt like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of force. Fully blocks it all though, but gives up both Chisos. Hmm. Yeah, I don't like that from Jans. I mean, if he wanted to strike there, at least strike with an assault, maybe. Assault makes a lot of sense. Slightly below curve, but like, Mix was heavily telegraphing this blocking here. Super telegraphing block, just because prepped overdraw. Okay, Dan moving to range 2, his best range. Beheaded can counteract this by just moving to another range, or yeah, I boosting 3 times just to play second grass with the block was a pretty big waste, I think. Oh, Beheaded just striking. Uh, well, well, this is what happens sometimes. Play the focus. Want to just strike with a focus, just to get a gauge and have 7 defenses. Eat a wall swing spike. And that's why Dan moved to range 2. Ah, peak. Oh, did not want to strike with Godoken. Interesting. I guess it's below curve, but like, don't really care. Okay. Well, Dan has a bajillion gauge now. Okay, now like pretty. Okay, now I think. Okay, he has 1 taunt still up, so has enough gauge to burn on the taunt, and also gauge to burn on How Godoken as well. Pretty good. All right. Yeah, it does get the 2 gauge he was looking for finally. Pick survival? Yes, that makes sense. Turns on assault shield. Assault shield will get a bunch of defenses. Okay. Takes the Psycho Glory. Gets another. I think, oh yeah, Dan's down both blocks. So, EX? Interesting. Could be EX wrenching whip, maybe? EX focus. Oh, okay. Okay, EX cross. Interesting. I guess he went to EX it just in case Dan just pulled up an 8 speed thing from nowhere. And doesn't he just eat a How here? Oh wait, no. How is not free because does have dive attack. Boost Fierce here makes sense. I think there's still second Dan Q online. Bruh, this is the most like boring Dan I've seen. which I guess is a compliment towards MiX's play style being somewhat pretty effective, but somewhat boring. Just building a shit ton of gauge, sitting there prepping, waiting with Psycho, just staring at the opponent. Yeah, that's pretty mixed like of him. I'm pretty sure Dan's only has 6 cards left in his deck. He's almost mulled through. All right. What is mixed cooking? Okay, moves to range 3. Moves to range 1. Okay. The good thing about only having 5 cards left in the deck is that makes Dan's wall swings even more consistent if you know what those last 5 are. Dan has enough resource to even taunt into Haugadoken, which is funny. Okay, boosting Armor Guard. Deciding, having crit +2 power is not enough. I also want defend. You can see how both of these players play are very similar, though. Clearly striking. Interesting. But with what? So maybe the Salt Shield? We know grasses are down, crosses are down. Okay, initiates with block. Okay. Well, we'll get a second gauge at least. Okay, Psycho Leap. Hmm. Just to move, just to switch sides and get range 3. Oh, okay. Now he's wall swing. Now he's pretty sure what he can. Maybe he has like Haugadoken and like some other. He could just invalidate Haugadoken and then play some other option. Okay, we can just validate it. We'll deal 8 damage. 8 minus 1 armor. 7 damage, yes. I think he took 7. Okay. And still has 3 more gauge to spare to throw out another one. That's pretty good. Wait, why did Psychic Glory go away? Wait, okay. It is a May, just in case they forget. Okay, just plays an on curve EX dive, makes sense. And now, yeah, Beheaded blew up in 2 turns. That's the power of the mixed playstyle though. Like you just bide your time, get a bunch of resources, wait, play safe. If opponent's not pressuring you, you can just, chill, build a bunch of gauge, play blocks to get more gauge, and then you have a bunch of resources, you can blow them up in the late game, like what Dan is doing now. Just converting all those resources into damage. It's going to be very difficult for Beheaded to even have a chance of coming back here. I think Dan even still has uh, legendary taunts. Okay, just perhaps. Dan even has leg tonic to spike online as well. I'm pretty sure. Wait, does he? No, never mind. Dan dropped the other spike for defend. EX sweep. Can leg taunt into, yeah, Hagadoken. Oh, Jan says, ah, right. He did not know that Dan had leg taunt still up. Unfortunate if so. Leg taunt is one of Dan's best cards, so should be mindful of it at all times if he has it up. He can play a very simple Haugadoken. Okay. The last card's Haugadoken? No, never mind. Stack card. Alright. We'll just take a casual. Okay, 6 damage. And Dan's 3 cards in hand are technically known. EX cross sweep. Going to range 2 makes a lot of sense. Alright. Nice, nice playing on MiX's part, taking advantage of copious amounts of time just to get a bunch of resources, and then he's converted all that to damage, and now Behead is almost dead. It might be one of the most boring dance I've ever seen, but hey, it's pretty damn effective. Pretty damn effective. Oh wait, okay, he just boosts +2 speed. Okay, makes sense. He still has Psycho Glory, so even if the card he just drew is not good, oh, okay, he just crosses out. Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, it's only 2 to 5. Okay, and then I think a Danku will win this game for him. Danku is hits at range 6, doesn't it? No, hits at range 5. But he's still happy to prep to find uh, an easy way to win. Okay, moves to range 5. Interesting. Turns on Danku. Um, However, Danku only does 3 damage, so therefore, maybe you don't care. I don't know if Jans has the second block left. Okay, prepping, discarding 1. Okay. Bro, MiX. He only has 4 HP. Just run up there and kill him. Do it. Just kill him. Prepping at range 5 and overdrawing to 8 is so boring, man. Do something exciting. Come on. Sheesh. Okay. Well, now he dies. Good game. That's the what he was looking for. Prep, 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 and the one with reading wins. It's kind of how it is in the late game. He's not wrong. If your stuff is at the bottom, then that's when you have the resources to actually cash out on them. Uh, well, that was the game. Dan with the near perfect. Ah, Jens was not happy with how he played his beheaded. We'll pick him again. Yeah, I think he made some. Jens made some play errors there. Boosting 3 boosts just to grasp it to a block was clearly one of them. So maybe he'll do better this time. As Dan, like, yes, Cycle Glory is a good boost, but sometimes just gotta disrespect it. And if Dan is telegraphing the obvious block to preserve Psychic Glory because it sustains when not stunned, then don't give it to him for free, basically. By like boosting like 3 boosts and then grasping into an obvious block, you're just giving it to him for free. Like, it's just not good. You just wasted a bunch of turns, and then you grasp, and then Dan still keeps Sakyo. It is how it is. All right, MiX brought back his can again. We'll see if the Shinryuken game plan does not get foiled by grasp. We will see. All right. It's the fourth game. I would say that's pretty good for a day. I'm probably gonna eat dinner after. All right. So what's the score sheet? I guess it's Street Fighter. MiX playing Street Fighter is winning for sure. Winning with the Dan and the Bison, and then Shovel Knight is Plague Knight 1. Yes, it is the fourth game. All right. Can't think of striking here. Would be funny, especially if he successfully baited a dive attack. Oh, he is striking. There we go. So is it Hadoken or is it a slow? Okay, well, oh, he just initiates a block. Well, that's fair as well. EX Infantry Bow is the best option Beheaded could play there, for sure. Has all the advantages of Jazz Hands, but without running into a slow. Okay, MiX fully blocked it, interestingly enough. Did not value the dive or the Tatsu. And he's striking, so I guess telegraphing a dive of his own. Yeah, they're probably just diving here, yeah. No reason to play dive attack unless you suspect Ken somehow has. Okay, he just wall swings. Oh, well, it is a dive attack. Doesn't stun the Shoryuken, but it will whiff regardless. Alright, we had a melee flips. Gets a trait and also boost what's the boost that +1 swift attack, +1 power, +1 speed? Is that I think that's swift attack, yeah. Alright. Ken says I can do you one better. I guess you know what? I guess suddenly I like him doing dive attack a lot more than dive because you need dives to tech this annoying boost. But maybe Jans just doesn't have a dive. For on the Ken side, waiting to boost True Master whenever Beheaded flips. It's a good call, I think. Ooh, Wolf Trap. Interesting. So basically, the opponent straight up cannot move, but if they can elect to take 2 damage to discard it. Okay. Oh, CC4 to draw 5. Okay. Ken not being able to move turns off a lot of options for Ken. So he should probably actually get rid of it, maybe. Think it's for the best to actually get rid of it. Because basically, if Ken cannot move, then Beheaded can simply cross out for free. Yep, so therefore wasting True Master completely. Parry's a focus, interesting. Okay, I think Beheaded should strike here, if he's prudent. There's no reason not to strike here. EX. Is this a spike, maybe? Hold on. Hold on, what is this EX? Ranging Whip? Oh wait, I guess cross is not free, because, ah, cheeky cheeky. Nice spike there. The cross will hit, but does not stand out the EX spike. Okay, I like that play a lot. That was cool. Actually, almost forgot that cross is a thing for Ken to do, so doesn't make Beheaded's crosses free. So yeah, the EX spike, good response. Okay, Ken electing to not uh take advantage of hit gain advantage, just takes +2 power. So you trading like crit EX axe kick or something? Possibly, probably. Hmm. What's the next move for Beheaded? I think Ken is telegraphing some crit EX axe kick, especially if he's so confident to boost Fierce here. So I guess the obvious response for Behead is just to move out of range or boost lights or uh, strike with an EX of his own, possibly. EX cross is totally fine. However, if he does cross out, Ken is holding these Hadokens as well. Text the +2 power, okay. Fair enough. Okay, sees a tech being dropped, instantly boosts plus a better version of that boost. +2 power, +2 speed. Pretty good. Oh, goes for a reading. Wow. Nice defuse. Very nice defuse. Now Beheaded gets advantage, and both True Masters are down the toilets. Might just thinking about prepping here instead of exceeding. All right. Yep. Just wanted to prep to get some more options and then flips. Okay. Range one here. Hmm. Survival maybe? Or tactics? I think maybe you will want to get probably survival first and then tactics. Tactics will come helpful later. Oh, okay, it decides to take tactics first. But it will come helpful later to contest like Hadoke's Rage 4, for example, with Wrenching Whip or Dive Attack. Alright, Ked just strikes here. He gets +1 power, +1 speed. Probably just blocking. Uh, why did you? Oh, I guess EX Assault Shield. Whoops, that is indeed a whoops moment. Oh, he does win the trade, I guess. It's 2 + 3 + 1. Yeah, that's funny because Assault Shield did not get any of the bonus power. But however, we'll still get +2 power and +1 power from this flip side. So trade's actually better than focus. That's funny. Despite going first. Very silly. Yep, MiX striking with focus to diffuse the situation of Beheaded's flip exceed side. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah, that's really funny. The +1 speed working against Assault Shield. All right, Ken is down a bunch of life, but hey, one more gauge and Shinryuken becomes online again. But yeah, with the tactics online, Beheaded can maybe successfully just outzone Ken and win that way. Just play out of range of Shinryuken. Oh, was it Mix's turn? I guess it was. Yeah, it was. Mix initiated focus. Yan's probably EX Assault Shield, and then Yan's prepped. And then Mix boosts this. Alright. Yan's just striking, I like it. Probably with something simple like a sweep. Maybe it's just, But then again, wait. Oh yeah, both Tatus are down. Yeah, it's just a sweep. And you can confidently just initiate strikes here. It's not like Can has. As long as you have blocks against Shinryuken, you're fine. And then this will help Beheaded get his second gauge. Wave of Denial also can be a factor as well, just to stuff Shinryuken attempts. That's just sweep. Nope. This is a terrible trade for Ken. Hopefully he can make up for it with a Shinryuken later. Alright, loses the axe kick. That's pretty good pull. Uh, should take 3 damage. Yep. Okay. Ken has 4 gauge. He's ready to rock and roll. Just deal 22 damage. Alright, Beheaded flips to get +1 power, +1 speed, and get survival. Makes sense. Ken immediately boosts lights. I wonder if Beheaded can just play a slow here and win. I mean, play wait, no. Focus? Focus would do the job here, right? Or you might go for a reading. I don't know if Beheaded dropped 2 focuses. Now I gotta see. Now I gotta see. Okay, both focuses are down. Okay, well, that changes things. Beheaded should probably try and look to get out the corner. Either get out of the corner or... Wait, Beheaded has a sweep, right? Maybe he should just sweep. Okay, he got a run. Okay, that's good. But it also means Ken probably has a free strike here at range 3 with +2 speed. Ken can probably like assault or dive or something. Okay, he just goes to range 1. EX? What is this? That's EX Grasp, huh? Maybe you want to save that. Oh, he probably has block. It's fine. All is well. At this point, you have such a big life lead, you can like play stuff like sweep or whatever, initiate, and then if Ken blows 4 gauge on Shinryuken, you've won. I actually don't know if Yans actually has sweep left. That's the thing. He has a sweep somewhere. Maybe not in his hand. Because like, yeah, if you initiate sweep and Ken plays Shinryuken on defense, blows 4 gauge, does 7, you still win because your life lead's so big and Ken blew all his gauge. I think it's fine. But yeah, EX grasp seems is pretty okay there as well. 9 speed, pretty good. It basically turned off his lights. As long as Beheaded has blocks, I think that was still okay play. If Ken even wants to have a chance of winning, he probably has to play mix-ups here. Try an axe kick, crit, axe kick, and pretend it's, but instead Shinryuken, etc., etc. Because with such a massive life lead, there's no way you can just try and play for guarantees to win. So he ran out of like most of his lights, all the true masters. You know, you know, Ken is like Mix's like main character. He might actually sustain a second L here. That would be funny. A big fat L. Maybe Mix's Ken. He's gotta hang it up. Gotta retire. Your age of Ken is over. Hmm. What did I do to fill up that air? Uh, there's not much to say about these two characters. They're both super basic. Um, Beheaded is a very comfortable spot to win with every single trait online and a huge life lead. I think like if Beheaded can very easily find 4 damage here and win. I think as long as Beheaded is careful and does not get scammed by a reading. Oh, never mind. Reading is not even on the table anymore. Yeah, so Beheaded is very comfortable spot. Don't get scammed by mix-ups. Axe kick Shinryuken mix-up is real. Don't get scammed by those and you should be fine. Oh, he's just letting Shinryuken rip. Oh, it's EX Assault. Okay, one to be a block. But he wall swung, therefore meaning he has no block? Uh-oh. What is going on? What? Okay. EX Assault into CC10. Well, maybe Beheaded could even play, can maybe try and mill Ken out because he only has 16 cards left for a second reshuffle. Hmm. It makes sense why he didn't mass CC because he's so behind and cannot afford to take any more damage. However, it was funny to see. Okay, probably wants to hold on to the lights, which makes sense. Maybe just strike here. Oh, he's reshuffling. Okay. Wants to get his options back. Time for MiX to boost lights, right? Time for MiX to boost light, and then if it gets tagged, boost a better version of light, and then work from there, come back. Boost fears. Interesting. So now both of Ken's speed 7s are down. Why do you boost fierce? I guess he could boost light now. There we go. Alright, boosted fierce probably because he had stuff like EX focus maybe. Alright, to matching the light boost. The parry focus there made sense just to get rid of a source of armor for Ken. And now Ken down both grasp. Makes this light super trending. I think Beheaded can have something like EX Twin Daggers here. It's totally possible. I don't think we've seen. No, no, he played 1 for a boost. Never mind. He played Wolf Trap. Okay. Okay. We'll boost some more speed because clearly, well, yeah, he wants to outstat him so he does not lose the next strike. I gotta do my gacha dailies. Let me do that. Okay, looks like an EX strike is coming. Hmm. This is actually EX Twin Daggers. I mean, he could have drawn it by now. He went through some of his new deck. I don't think EX Twin Daggers loses to anything. And it does 4 damage, which is enough to kill. Wait, I mean, does 6 damage. Yeah, 6 damage. That's pretty good. Mm, makes sticky a lot. Nice block. Huge block. Yes, you love to see it. Boost plus 2 power, boost plus 2 speed, boost plus 1 speed. Block. Very cool. Is it really 7 damage? Wow, nice. This is 7 damage to Wave of Denial. And pushes him all the way there. Not a good rate for Ken. The only thing Ken really has is Hadokens and Gurins. Oh, actually, never mind. Knee Bash is a thing. But requires crits. Ken only has 12 cards left. Beheaded could play. I mean, Beheaded has. Yeah, Beheaded range 4 is great for him with tactics up. Not to mention, Ken's almost can almost mill himself out. All right, spends 2 force, deciding that 3 health versus 4 health is effectively the same. Spartan Sandal's interesting boost. I never see it being played, but push 2 and take another action, it can be pretty good. Though expensive. Spends 2 force to go to range 2, makes sense. Want to turn on the axe kicks. But yeah, 11 cards, really, it's... Alright, be just striking here. Yans is going for the kill. No more dilly-dallying, just finish off the can. Much better Beheaded showing this time around. Crit EX axe kick. Oh no. Okay, he got scabbed by an EX axe kick. Well, hopefully he doesn't lose the game off of this. Should still be winnable, because Ken has no resources. No more source of ignore armors either. Axe kick is his only source of ignore armor. So, therefore, should be a pretty comfortable victory still. Even though he got scammed by EX axe kick on defense, you know, it happens. And MiX telegraphs it because MiX loves to telegraph his defensive EXs. Whether he has them or not is another story, but he likes to leverage that. All right, Stracky again, trying to finish MiX off. Another Twin Daggers. Twin Daggers here also. Twin Daggers is range 1 to 3, power 5, speed 6, with 1 armor, 2 guard. It doesn't lose. This card is actually super degenerate when you have all 3 traits up. The power of Beheaded. The power of Beheaded. Good game. Wanted to play focus just in case Yance did something like play grasp, but it's not really gonna do anything. Yeah, block was pretty. I think that was the second block. Yeah, second block was kind of deep in there. There was no coming back from that one, and therefore Mix sustains his second L on Ken. His Ken not looking too hot today. Wait, I think I have to go now. I think it's 2 hours. Well, 1 hour 50, but you know what? Technically 2 hours. All right, good games. Looks like Yance is going toe to toe with Mix. Good job, and beating Mix's Ken twice as well. Ken's good, but I think he's overrated by some people. But yeah, well done. Yance beating Mix's Ken twice. Both of Mix's losses today were on the Ken, which is hilarious. So it was Plague Knight, Beheaded, and then Plague Knight, Beheaded taking victory, and then not Ken, Bison and Dan taking the victory. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That was an interesting battle. Mix showing off his very passive boost heavy playstyle, paying off for the Dan, for example, out of all characters, which is surprising. And yeah, hopefully we get to cover the rest of these exhibition matches just for funsies. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.